What's going on, y'all? I want to point out some things about the EX augments today that you really need to kind of be made aware of that are going on. And this is really something that you need to have in the back of your head. And also one thing that will probably get fixed fairly soon. But let's dive in real quick. So you're very well aware you don't make any mistakes. You don't start building any equipment or whatnot before these things are addressed. But first, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps out tremendously. Thank you very much. So on the first note, I do want to talk about the EX Tri-Shield. So some of y'all may have seen this or may not be aware of this. I did realize this yesterday when I came in here and I was testing things out. I was like, okay, well, let me see this because the EX Tri-Shield follow is, it cuts down the time by 90 seconds. So as you can see here, let's go ahead and find it. The follow cuts down the time by 90 seconds. As you can see here, potency flow, shortens EX Tri-Shield cooldown by 90 seconds, as you can see here. But, y'all, that is incorrect. This should read shorten the EX Tri-Shield cooldown to 90 seconds. It takes 30 seconds off of the normal Tri-Shield, which is 120 seconds. And I was looking at this yesterday because I came in here and I was like, oh, well, dude, I just realized how strong this is. Like, this is kind of crazy. Trying to tell me that Tri-Shield refreshes in 30 seconds. It takes off 90. It refreshes in 30 seconds. That is crazy. So I was like, let me go in here and let me see this, dude, because that's pretty freaking nutty. So I go in here, I let this guy take all my shields off and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, dude, hold on. I put my timer on just to make sure, put the stopwatch on just to make sure. And then I'm like, wait, hold up a second. Why is this thing going past 30 seconds? And I'm looking at it and it keeps going. And it keeps going. And it keeps going. I'm like, oh, this is a mistranslation. This is supposed to be shortens it to 90 seconds, not cuts by 90 seconds. That's what this is supposed to be. So if you were trying to build a Tri-Shield combination with the follow and the Tri-Shield, then just let me tell you straight off the jump right now that it's not what is read right there. This is a mistranslation on the global side. It cuts it to 90 seconds, so it takes off 30 seconds from it, which honestly, if you ask me, makes this not as valuable as a combination. Quite frankly, I mean, it's still good, and it's still, it gives HP recovery and damage resistance plus and all that. So I mean, it's still good regardless. But I think that it definitely decreases the valuability of it in comparison to what it was prior. If it well, not what it was, because it was never that. In comparison to what the mistranslation was insinuating, in that it would essentially have a 30-second cooldown. A 30-second cooldown on this would be broken in OP, which is why I was like, yo, dude, that's freaking goated. But that's not the case. That's not what this is. So if you're trying to build an EX Tri-Shield combination here with the follow-up and with a follow and a regular one, then understand that all it's doing is making it a minute and a half versus 2 minutes. So 90 seconds versus 120 seconds. It's not taking off 90 seconds. It's just making it 90 seconds versus 120 seconds. So a minute and a half versus 2 minutes, which is not that drastic of a change. It's still a good chunk, of course, but it's definitely not as drastic as 30 seconds would have been, for sure. And then the second thing here that I want to point out, let's go ahead and band in this quest real quick, is over here, and you'll see this as well. I'll kind of show it first, and then I'll show y'all exactly what was being addressed by it. So we'll go over here. I think we're still in, okay, we're not in the photo room, so that's good. So we'll go over here straight to the shop, and what I'll show y'all here is what's going to be getting addressed. So if you go here and you say you're looking for an EX augment, normally you can see this field here. As you see right there, it says in the yellow right here that, you can search for an EX augment, put in the question mark. That will allow you to kind of get all of them to pop up, right? So normally you can go in here, you can do EX, Tri-Shield, right? And you can do question mark. You can search for that, and then the EX Tri-Shield will pop up right? And so the issue here that we can see is that when, maybe we want to find this tri-shield, let's see, 2. So we want to go to get the tri-shield 2 because that's a new variant now, right? Tri-shield regular 1 is just the 4.5%. We don't want the 4.5, we want the 5.5%. So we go here and we type in tri-shield 2. This should pop up everything for tri-shield 2s, right? So that way it makes sure that we're only pulling the tri-shield, scleroderms or whatever they're called. And that way, we're good to go in that regard. So let's go ahead and hit that search button. And wait, hold up. What's going on there? Tri-shield, EX tri-shield 2. We got to put the EX in there, right? What we doing? Oh, there we go. EX tri-shield 2. And then question mark. So let's go ahead and search for that. Oh, wait, hold on. There's iridoms in here. Why are the iridoms and the scleroderms? Wait, but we just want EX tri-shield 2. Well, that's the issue here. And they did make a statement here on the website in the maintenance or the known issues that this is something that they are going to be addressing, because obviously this is a huge nuisance. Because if you're looking for EX tri-shield 2 and it's popping up a flood of iridoms, which there are so many iridoms, then that makes it extremely annoying to siphon through all this. Now, if you're looking at the specific ones that are new ones, such as EX tri-shield, follow 2, then this should pull up. This will pull up because it's a new augment type, right? It's not just tri-shield. There's not a tri-shield. There was never a tri-shield follow 1. There's only a tri-shield follow 2. And so as such, this will pull up perfectly fine. But if you're typing in EX tri-shield 2, then you're going to have that issue. But as I said, they said that it is a noted thing and they are going to be fixing this, which is good because there's already such a pain in the rear going through this, trying to find, the iridoms in the past, trying to find your combinations, and now trying to go through and find these scleroderms with these combinations while still having the sea of gunk of iridoms in there. That is very annoying. It's extremely annoying. It makes it very, very difficult to do. You may as well just go out and just try to just farm your own, because that's going to be a nuisance, trying to do that. It's just test your luck farming your own, right? But they'll be fixing this, so don't worry too much about that. We'll be glad when they do fix it. It will be great when they do fix it because it's very annoying. But I figured I'd let y'all know that, both of those things. So for a little recap there, well, in short, in TLDR, was that the EX tri-shield follow 2 makes it 90 seconds. That's it. Makes it 90 seconds. And it doesn't make it 30 seconds. It makes it 90 seconds. That's a really big thing to note, because you don't want to have those. And then you're like transferring it over to your gear and you start building your gear. And then you're like, oh, dude, I kind of based everything I was doing around this. And this thing is not what was advertised. Mistranslations, bro. Mistranslations. And then, of course, the personal shop here. So, wanted to let y'all know about those. Hopefully this helps out a little bit. Clears things up. Gets y'all good to go. Be sure to like, subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what your EX combinations look like. Let me know how you're enjoying these scleroderms. Maybe Lucille as well. And I will see y'all in the next one. Be sure to like, subscribe. Holla.
Spike2 content.